So I'll pray for everyone in this video. Lord, that I hope that you can outstretch your hands into everyone that this reaches and touches. I hope that it can do some damages here as far as the haste that's been in my life, to reverse it and make haste for me, O Lord, and make haste for everyone else that's been in this kind of pain stalled up in their lives. And I pray for their hearts and their homes, their bodies, their minds, and their spirits and souls. Thank you, Lord. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. So, I just wanted to make this video because I've just been so stalled up in my life for so many years now. Like, it's just meant nothing but to take notes. Thinking that I'm a targeted individual, dealing with gang stalking, and that I just needed to be watchful. But what I didn't know is that I was friends with a Charles Manson type of friend who was doing these things to me while talking up to me and talking me up just before coming around and poisoning me up, gaining the loyalties of others just to simply continue the charades that were created over my life as my mind goes south and I don't remember things. So it took an awful lot of time to get away from what was targeting me, because it took all the way till now in my life. So I feel like my love life has been gone. My online personification, not even a quarter of what it once was, as far as the reach is concerned, that I had grown through 24 plus years. My family life seems impossible at this point, just because of the ways that I've been treated. And just, I know certain people love me, and I know certain people who don't. And so it just feels impossible to me to have like a whole family again. My financial home and independent life outside of this murder over me, this plot to murder me, feels like I'm much like dead and buried somewhere, and I don't know. I don't know what to do with it or where to go with it. I've tried the law of attraction. I've tried other things to only get more uprooted from my life. My time, my car, my resources, my abilities in life, my finances. I mean, I ended up just going all the way back to the way things were before, having to rather fight for my life that's being siphoned from me and not knowing where it's coming from. And ultimately, it's just being stolen away from me. And I just don't want it anymore. I don't want the fight anymore. I'm tired of trying to move mountains. So I'm genuinely very sad right now, because that being said, I have no access to my own self anymore. Like, literally, I feel like I'm rather dead. And it's just the fact that I didn't die through many of these attacks, the covert attacks, and then even the ones that I were well aware of as they were coming up in my life. Having my own girlfriend, like, going over to his house after he was just looked at by a fine little thing on Friday night, one night, and I just felt it, and I'm like, yeah, you're a complete cage-ass, psycho-ass bitch. You couldn't even fucking turn your head to look at the girl that was fucking looking at you. And right then I saw that he actually felt bad for what he has done. Also, that night that she could just use the placated word salad of jealousy, being that it's actually envy, just not allowing me to get out from under. She's going down on him in his house, telling him to just say something, make it up. I mean, this stuff was supposed to like pinprick my heart so bad that it was to either get me into reactive mode to go over there and fucking rip the roof off of his fucking house, or just get me into the worst state of mind to create a suicidality over me, to create a problem that will rather just go take care of itself. And so I'm petrified now about who can come into my life pretending to care, rather only to help this hacker murder me all up once more. I've been internally broken, beyond repair, beyond what damage is there, and nobody can think about me as somebody else other than this silly fight that I'm up against. So it's like, oh, just going to the doctors, even though I've gone to doctors before, and they make it a problem that's your own. They just make it all in your head, as if like he didn't hack me, or as if I wasn't faced up with targeted individual type stuff. And if you ask me, it's like CIA brigade made type of 6 ways from Sunday, like these whistleblowers have come up with saying. So I'm just always fighting for my life, and I've always been fighting for my life, just to hopefully be able to see me for me, as someone that just isn't fighting anymore. Rather, I'd like to take flight and be able to relax and hang out and chill. I just don't get that break in my life. I never have. I don't think I ever will. And I simply don't see how they can't put 2 and 2 together just to suggest that maybe my findings are exactly right. Maybe I've been a cop for 24 plus years, rather just not paid as one, just to be the only one investigating my own life circumstances, all being soaked up. Rather, I'm sitting out here praying and just getting preyed upon, sought after by this opportunistic prick of a man who could do this to his own friend, or do this to anybody. Just to do it to anybody is just beyond words can even share, or that I have it within me to bear. So I guess I just feel that that's fair, right? That's fair for me to like talk to police and have many investigations, like suggesting that there's an investigation here and that it's not just hacked computers, it's not just nothing to look at, but they make it like it's nothing all of the time. So I guess that's fair, right? I don't have access to my own body and mind, my autonomy, my independence, or my freedom in this life. Rather just to fight for my whole life, while this man's had more access to me than anybody ever should, ever should get away with. And yet he walks free and I go under. That's just always the case. I get to lose, and lose again, and I'm gonna lose everything because the way that he's moved in my life. That's fair. Is that fair? So, okay, I'm just being played out of my life in ways that were meant to murder me, and no one fucking cares. To see it as a crime, to go to the extensive research of figuring out who the fuck out here cares about this kind of thing. And I'm coming to find out that it's nobody. Nobody cares to get involved. Nobody even cares to look at you. Nobody cares at all. I know the people that do care, like I said, they can't really do anything either. I need advocacy out here coming from someone like a investor, someone that actually has ability in charity, because I have a really beautiful charity created that I've written up for over 16 plus years of on and off, like going back to it, but it's really beautiful stuff that I'd like to be able to go out and work my mission and work in a movement that's a preparedness mission to link up hearts with chains, basically, to Christ, to Christ's name. Because I used to see life as beautiful, and I just don't anymore. Rather, I just go die because I've been fighting to figure out things in my life. And now that I've reached discovery on my own, I get no notable respect. Instead, I just get more disrespect disregard, deflection, minimizing, and worse, until it's that narcissistic type of sociopathic psychopathy, and then it's just discard phase, and no one has any family matter about me at all then. Not even so much as to ever think that I've had reason to fight for my life. So I'm just rather tired. I wish that someone could have loved me for me, and loved me for real, not to allow someone's loyalty to killing me be more important than their love and their hearts for me. So maybe it's just the Lord. But I'm feeling less than anyone else is. I'm not even able to give myself over to the extremes of my fighting for answers in my own life. And that's just to suggest like I don't even have rights at all. My right to bear arms, my right to assembly, my right to freedom of speech, and my right to my own life and my data, my access to my own phones, my own abilities, all of that. Jesse Lee made it so he's got so much access to me, I might as well go post up all of my stuff on his front lawn and auction it off to him. So if anyone can key my ass into my own self, as if I have right to my own self, I'm out here to try, but I don't think that anyone out here really truly gives a fuck. Because it's just been years of fight where I don't know how to become myself anymore. I don't even know if I care. I used to have dreams and visions for change. I have a whole charitable mission and a social media site that's created much like a playground. And he knows it. And so I'm like running up to the finish line of just where being able to be getting something like that started, and it's being stopped on all fronts. So I simply don't care anymore. I can just go flip myself into a grave and die, right? Because I'm mostly dead to my own self, my own name, abilities, and rather, I just don't know how to care about my own dreams anymore. Because it's like the man has a list of everything that would hurt me, anything that would push me in fear, or anything that will try to push me outside of myself. So please, will you help me move the rest of my life and just give it over to him? Because I wanted a life. I wanted a life so bad outside of this targeted individual shit and being gang stalked. And I just thought I mattered to more people in my life than I do. So I'm just basically being callous in my words here about myself because of how much of my life has been stripped from me by this man and by other people, other narcissists willing to work in that way. So if you can bring a rental truck over and just take all of my stuff over and drop it on his front lawn, I'll just go into the hospital and be euthanized, thanks. Being that I never got a chance to be myself. I never got to be my own self in so many ways. Anyways, so what's the point in going backwards to try and go forwards again? What am I to do? Just continuously go backwards because of how this man's treated me? Just to go forward again? What am I going to be, 50 years old or 55 years old or something like that before I even get a life back from when I was like 23, 19? Or how about my own fucking father? Fucking 2. My whole reality went blood red whenever I walked into that fucking door. So my life's just been stolen away from me, every last little fucking part of it. And I mean everything. So fuck, when I'm dead, let's just stuff me as a mantle and make a whole bunch of statues for all these motherfuckers that could do this to me, like Jesse Lee, like Emily Dodge, like Stephen Meyer, and others. Go be so fucking proud of yourself. You wanted to fucking move on me that way? I hope you're really fucking damn proud of what you've fucking done. You can just have it all. You want my life so fucking bad. You can't even let me do my own warrior shit that I put together as far as a charitable mission to stop people from homicide and suicide, and this is how I get treated. Like I'm nothing. I'm nobody, right? Rather, I'm just dead to my own brothers. What makes me king? What makes me king is what was said, as if that wasn't supposed to be an attack upon my heart, coming from my oldest brother even. Hi, oldest brother. Go fuck yourself too, you're a bunch of cowardice ass bitches. The lot of you. And I really fucking mean that. How you fucking have treated me. And fuck all of this world is and all it ever could be, and fuck you too. That you could even treat a person so fucked up and wrong, because that king isn't me. I've asked for the Lord to use me as a vessel and to anoint me from head to toe. So fuck, if your name begins and ends with any letter of the alphabet, and you're not here to love and support me, let's just face it, enough is enough and you can fuck off. The only one I want in my life is the Lord. It's who I rather would go to now, just to like legitimately say, scratch the earth, scratch everything that this life has to offer. Not in a preferred way to be judged, but to just go to the Lord to be judged only. Because I don't want this life anymore. And that's not suicidal or homicidal. It's rather lethargic. It's rather, I don't even know what you would call it. But the fact of the matter is that I do have a huge charitable mission that has both of those in it, and my social playground, my ability to become a coach or a life coach type of person, to be able to work inside of the workshops and the classes and the courses that I have written up. I think that I'd like to reserve the right to work in that way, but trust me, with whatever you got going on, it isn't worth either one of those actions anymore, because I'm out. I wanted to be out to prove it, just to be it alone, make it alone in that kind of way, me and the Lord alone. But out of this kind of mess, to come out alive, can I? I need help, but it's not in the ways that people are fucking shitting on me to suggest. They're just pushing me into a place that's going to be like, oh, he's a danger to himself and others. We have to put him on a 72-hour hold and watch him. Type of bullshit. So, I'm not going to stop if I can still continue with my mission for the Lord. But I'm just so without self that it's crazy. Humble. Meekness, maybe. But in that case, I need a sword, and I need to keep it in my sheath, because I've become so dangerous, right? It's better than the opposite, becoming a punk-ass, pussy-ass, cage-ass bitch. But I've become a true savvy ninja. The one savvy ninja. And I'm not any longer who I could have become, or anything that I wanted to become. So I guess my lifestyle is just, hey, let's move it all over to Jesse Lee's and Emily Dodge's and Stephen Myers and the rest of you fucks that wanted to access my life and have more access to my life than my own self. So thanks for paying attention to me when I was crying out for help and so much fucking pain. Just to have that much more dumped on me. Thanks so much. It really means a whole lot to me to be able to actually be able to think that I have people that care to water me up with the Lord. Instead, they're just watering me down with bullshit. You all deserve some really good, tall and huge statues of me in your front lawns. Y'all are too good for yourselves to write love on your arms or anything like that, or do anything for a charitable mission. But you all just go be good to yourselves now, okay? Just go be real good to yourselves and pat yourselves on the back for a job well done. And don't forget to write. I'm not king, And just as my own brother suggested, leaving home to go to work, and that's what it was to suggest to me, is that he was just leaving to go to work, hearing anything and just wanted to bust me all up apart. And that's exactly what it little by little did, thinking about what was actually written there. It's just to channel the rage inside of me, to boil it up to a boiling point, to where I did. I could hear in my voice. I much had a panic attack yesterday. And there was no way that I could take that double order. It was like 54 items, one of the harder ones to get through, just like when you're able to channel your mind's abilities to get through. Like, I don't want to be in mid-grocery store and fall apart. And that's what I could constantly see happening at like the 24th item or something like that. And so I just didn't want it. And I was like hoping for something else to come up for a little bit, and then I was just so distraught that I just wanted to go away. So, to everyone who broke me down in this way, Merry Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving, Happy Birthdays, and all the other holidays that come up. Because what more could I want from you? How about to love me right, in a juxtaposition that I'm bringing to you? In a juxtaposition that I'm actually telling you about. How about that? How about love me right? And consider me for me, not for how you fucking see me as, not for what's fucking fixated on your own vision over me, but consider me having a vision of my own for a fucking change. Because I can guarantee you that what I've been creating is 99+% better than anything that you've ever done, or put together, or even tried to. So fuck everyone, unless you're my sister or mother. Y'all can just go fuck off for hours, days, weeks, years, and years to come. Because if I've meant nothing to you this far, and I've meant nothing, then you can just go do that. You wanted to flop me off in a grave right along with my own fucking position with this motherfucker, and now me coming to find out, and it was said to me by my own brother, that he's not your friend. Oh, what do you mean? Wait, what do you mean by that? Oh, never mind. Just forget I said anything, basically. Yeah, no, I'm not going to forget that, and I wrote it down. Because I think it was really messed up to think that you knew something that you weren't telling me in the first place. And regardless of that being the case, it's already been said to me, I'm already fucking dead to you, so you can fuck yourself too, G. You can fuck yourself. I've done nothing but do hardcore prayers in that way and crying my eyes out in ways that you don't ever fucking care. You would never fucking care. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? You can't even so much as look at me for the pain that's been caused, just like your own wife throwing me under the bus and lying on me and lying about me to get me into that place, just to rather be dead to you too, right? So let's all do drugs together, shall we? Want to come over and do some arsenic? Great, let's do it. Because it's just like a drug I hoped that I could one day get off of, but fuck this planet, and fuck you, and fuck everything that you are. So enjoy your free access to me, and all of the access that you've maybe had over me and my own self for the last 43 years. Hopefully it's somewhere in there in that heart of yours, but so long as it's not, bye. So long as it hasn't been, bye. I'll just wait for Jesse to come pick up the rest of yesterday's garbage, right? Until then, y'all enjoy the show and be real good to yourselves this season. Enjoy your fucking Merry Christmas. Enjoy your fucking Thanksgiving. Enjoy whoever the fuck you've been in my life. Fuck you. And fuck your world. Fuck this planet. The only one that should ever have mattered is the Lord. Sorry to be so callous, but I'm not gonna say sorry about how I fucking feel, because I haven't had access to me for many, many fucking years. And now just coming to find out how this man's been moving, you don't think that I have absolute right being given to me from above, suggesting that this has been a whole war crime over me, leaving me in a crime of conspiracy, not even able to fucking reason or think through it, till I fucking got away, long enough to have memories still flooding me today. I think it's an absolute crime over me in the ways of a war. That's to suggest to me from the Lord hitting my belly and saying that I have absolute right to fight, as if it's a war. Because it has been. And it's a war that other people don't see, and just because they're not able to fucking see it and see that this is the way that war is being done these days, then y'all can go fuck yourselves too. But I'd like to wrangle that motherfucker up, man. And I think that I should have fucking laws written out for me to be able to fucking bring that man into a fucking cage match, because he's a fucking whole cage ass bitch, man. Getting his whole cage ass kicks out of fucking me, out of self, mind, and every fucking thing else. Not even being able to reason through the war. So I don't care what anyone says. I'm not gonna do those things. I'm gonna fucking stay to myself. But it's this motherfucker that's been able to set up attacks after attacks after attacks against me, because he's needed to convert and cover up his own criminal behavior, push his own criminal behavior onto other people, just the same way Charles Manson did back in the day. So if I don't have right to myself and my autonomy and my independence in that fashion, then fuck you. Fuck you. You're a cold-hearted dick, motherfucker, and you deserve every last little bit of justice that's gonna come your way. And I'm praying it in the Lord's name that it comes today. You don't deserve to fucking get away with taking a person's life, you fucking dumb piece of shit.